Hey Dean, hope all is well. Thanks for joining me today. I'd love to get some thoughts around our partnership since we started. I think it's touching on 4 months now. Results are going really well from our end, from an email perspective. So yeah, I'd love to just get your thoughts about our partnership so far.
Sure, Callum. Thanks for having me on today. Mate, very happy with the way it's all turned out. As you know, we were managing our email marketing in-house when we started, before we started with you guys, and probably doing what we thought was a reasonable job, but felt there was scope to improve on that. And we were looking at keeping the function internally with employing an individual to do that, but we just felt it was better in the end to partner with someone like yourselves that are true specialists in that area, because we felt that would deliver better results for us. And so far, and I'm happy to say that seems to be the case. We seem to be rocketing ahead, and the whole thing, not only does it look more professional from the consumer's point of view, as far as the emails that they see and the content that they're being presented looks a lot more professional and consistent than what it was before when we were doing it ourselves. But, that's flowing through into, we're a little bit more targeted with our campaigns. We're able to separate them out a little bit more based on the different territories that we run into or supply into. And yeah, that's all flowing through very nicely to some pretty solid results. So
yeah, for sure. It's great to hear that. Just building on that one, I know there's quite a few different territories that we touch on, that we've built our flows across and target our campaigns across, with a fifth one to be added soon. I suppose it's a compounding effect, building the flows from Ireland to UK to US to Australia, and just really getting all the fundamentals in place. I think it's great to see even our new pop-ups are performing. I think is a 1,400% increase, which is crazy. The placed order rate is also increased, which is most important, because just having an increased rate in the pop-up and no placed order increase, or even a decline placed order, is kind of anti-metrics. So it's great that we're getting some great results across the board on that one.
Yeah, it's all building out the fundamentals, really, is what we're trying to do. So there's not like one magic silver bullet for any of this stuff, and you have to have all that stuff you just mentioned, from the flows, from the pop-ups to the sign-up to the emails that they receive as they're coming through the system and getting familiar with the Seed brand. That whole process, and it is a process. If you get that structure right, then you can start to generate those results. So the big one from us, like top line, to double our revenue from our email marketing, to have that up increased by just over 100% in 4 months is pretty impressive. Like, you probably could pat yourself on the back there, mate, and say you've done a good job, I think.
Yeah, cheers.
But I would say Seed is probably an interesting business, because we deal in so many foreign markets. So we have customers in 44 different countries, but predominantly running email campaigns into the major markets, which is Ireland, the UK, the US, and Australia. Now, while we're a golf business and a golf brand that sells predominantly golf balls, you think that's probably pretty simple, and that'd be the same stuff that goes out into each of those markets. That's not necessarily the case, and the ability to be able to slightly modify those marketing messages or key brand messages to each of those individual markets has been crucial as well, rather than just blanket sending one email and hoping it fits all types. I think that definitely helps as well, to be able to do that, and to be able to really target the customers that we're talking to, who's engaging with the content we're sending out, and then be able to retarget back to those people based on what they're engaging with. So if they're responding to certain products or certain offers or whatever that might be, we can start to develop some data around that. And those that aren't, we can start to tweak and hopefully give them some engaging content that will cause them to engage with us and hopefully purchase something as well. So yeah, it's quite a detailed strategy we've put together there now, and I think it's working pretty good.
Yeah. No, it's even across all markets, different cultures, different markets, different graphics, different copy needed. But in fairness, the product that you guys have is phenomenal. Just this week, we just sent out a campaign today for the SD02, SD17 that's coming soon on the Golf Digest hot list for 2024. So it shows the great work that you guys are doing across the board.
Yeah, I would say it's very interesting. Like, obviously, product's very, very important, but for an online business like us, customer service and how you communicate to your customer is very important as well. And I would say we probably underestimated that when we got started, the value of that communication, of which email is a very important part of that. And I'd say it's probably 50-50 to our success, 50% product, 50% of that communication piece.
Yeah.
And you guys have definitely helped, as I mentioned there before, helped us become a lot more professional and present a much more consistent message, I think, to our customers, which ultimately, like the piece we sent out today is not specifically a sales or a selling piece. It's more an education piece about what's going on with the brand.
Educational, technical piece around the products, really. And even from a post-purchase standpoint, that's something that we've really put a lot of focus focus on, and for people who aren't on subscription is putting in the replenishment flows. People who are on subscription, and previously there was no onboarding of the subscription program. Now we're onboarding them in an effective way, and some people who may have paused their subscriptions, trying to get them back onto subscription. So we're really digging in on that side of things. So we're talking to the people who have maybe placed a couple of orders not on subscription, trying to onboard them onto subscription. So there's many different areas to focus on going forward, but everything is certainly going in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely. And the subscription is an interesting one. As far as I know, we're the only golf company in the world that offers golf balls via subscription, or certainly does it successfully. One of the things before you guys started with this, one of the things we would get, not complaints so much, but get feedback, I guess, from customers was that perhaps they didn't fully understand how that subscription program worked, or how easy it was for them to manage it themselves and get in and out and change product or cancel or pause or restart or bring it forward, whatever they want to do. Basically, it's very very customer centric, and it's all kind of in their hands. It's not like trying to get out of your Sky TV subscription, which is almost impossible. But yeah, being able to communicate to them that up front of how all that works once they sign up, I think definitely helps with retention. So that kind of education piece and that education flow has been really useful, as well as to keeping those subscription customers, really happy with being locked into a particular brand for a long period of time. So yeah, it's been very helpful as well.
For sure, it's all about understanding the customer journey. Like, everything ties in together. There's the pre-purchase, and then there's the post-purchase, and then there's different types of customers. There's the people, as I said, not on subscription. There's people that are on subscription. So they should all be treated in their own different ways, in an efficient manner. If there's somebody in a similar position to you guys, when we started negotiating and we're kind of chatting away, you were thinking about keeping it in-house, and then you went with us, which is fantastic, and we got to showcase our skills. If there's somebody in a similar position, maybe they're on the fence, or they think that they may have all the I's dotted in-house, what would you say to them?
Well, as I said there before, I kind of touched on that before. So we're very much, being a small, scrappy startup, we're very, very hands-on with what we do. So we like to oversee and keep control of every function and operating aspect of the business, I guess. But it does get to a point where you start to stretch the limits of your own skills and experience, be that me as a founder or the people that work for us. So yeah, we would certainly looking at putting, professional, I guess you would call it, or a skilled person internally to do that, but to cover multiple roles. So that person would do email and probably do some digital marketing, maybe do some PR as well. That's kind of a general all-rounder. So it was kind of like a watershed moment for us, I think, when we signed up with you guys, to be able to say, no, yes, you could certainly do it that way, but a better option, I think, is to go with the people that specialize in those fields. So now we have people like yourself that specialize and are highly skilled and highly trained and super optimized, really, in that field of email marketing, and we use similar outsourced consultants for the digital marketing piece and also for the PR piece as well. And I think, yeah, you could probably convince yourself that maybe the in-house is the way to go, but I think for us it's been a good change to look to go to external consultants that are experts in that field. And for any sort of small business owner or founder or startup like us, I would highly recommend the more smarter people you can bring in, smarter than you, that you can bring into the operation. I think you're gonna benefit from that long term, and you'll learn more yourself along the way, rather than trying to do everything yourself, which is probably what we were doing before this.
That's great to hear, Dean. I really appreciate that. I'll pass the kind words on to the team. They're probably a lot smarter than me and better at delivering than me. But I think
that's for sure.
Yeah, I think it's been a great partnership so far, and I'm looking forward to the continued success. I do think that seed is only going one way, and that is up. So let's just keep the rocket going.
Yeah. Look, mate, we'll definitely be we'll keep pushing, and we'll continue to try and do our bit and give you guys plenty of great content stories to work with, to keep those customers of ours engaged and entertained and interested in what we're doing. So that's half the battle as well. So yeah, we're looking forward to continuing to work with you for a long time, I hope.